Austin Gayle here with Steve Palazzolo to discuss the LeVeon Bell signing in the Big Apple. We're excited about this. Yes, it's a lot of money, but LeVeon Bell brings a lot of value to this Jets offense. Talk to me about your initial thoughts.
Yeah, of course, we always talk about running backs maybe being overpaid or not worth the value, but when LeVeon Bell is actually on the field, what he does help an offense because of his ability to win all over the place. And what we saw from him with the Pittsburgh Steelers is the ability to line up out wide, run wide receiver type of routes. Not a lot of running backs can do that. And obviously he's one of the more patient runners in the NFL. He helps to make his offensive line a little bit better. There's not a lot of running backs who have that ability. A lot of running backs are more dependent on the offensive line. LeVeon Bell, because of his patience, can maximize his run blocking. So he's a good overall player. He's a top 5 back when he's healthy. We haven't seen him play for a year, but when he's on the field, he's been excellent, and he's got that all-around ability to really help Sam Darnold and add a weapon in the pass game. That's the most important part of it.
You pay him all this money, you know he's talented, receiver, runner. He's going to get a lot of touches. Do you see him being this bell cow in Gase's offense?
Yeah, I think he has to be, but again, I think the most important part would probably be in the pass game, especially when he's split out wide. The best offenses in the NFL can win any way, and one way to win is to take advantage of matchups. So when he can line up as a wide receiver or a slot receiver and take advantage of linebackers and safeties and coverage, I think that's going to be the key. Sam Darnold is excellent throwing the ball accurately in the short and intermediate level, so that short area accuracy will pair well with LeVeon Bell. You get him a little bit involved in the screen game, running wheel routes out of the backfield. So I think to maximize his value, you have to use him in the pass game in that creative way.
You mentioned Sam Darnold. He's a part of this equation. He's a part of this. How does LeVeon Bell affect his development and affect his improvement in year 2?
Well, I still think there's a lot more to do as far as getting more receivers, shoring up the offensive line, more mismatched tight ends, even with Chris Herndon breaking out last year. But it's just the next step in that build around Sam Darnold. So it should help quite a bit. Then you get him with a receiver that you can really trust at the intermediate level. You've got Robbie Anderson getting the ball down, the ability to get the ball down the field to him. So a good versatile passing game has the ability to attack all levels of the field, and LeVeon Bell adds at least the short area for Sam Darnold.
Jets are spending big. LeVeon Bell, C.J. Mosley, they re-signed Henry Anderson. They're putting a lot of money to try and win in 2019. Do you think this roster is ready to make a push for a wild card in the AFC?
Yeah, I think the wild card in the AFC is going to be wide open anyway, and I think they're also positioning themselves for when Tom Brady retires in 5 to 10 years, whenever that might be. But if it is in the next 2 years, they're putting themselves in position to maximize Sam Darnold's rookie quarterback value. The fact that he's on his rookie quarterback contract. So I think they're taking steps forward. We don't want to go overboard because it's free agency and the big names are flowing, but they've certainly added a ton of talents to that roster.
LeVeon Bell isn't the final piece for New York. They're going to have to add in the draft. Where do you see them going to kind of build around this offense and continue to build this team to be competitive in the AFC?
So I think the Jets are primed in the draft to trade down. And I know that's not the exciting thing to say because everybody's saying, well, at 3 they can get Quinnen Williams. Maybe Nick Bosa falls, and they are the 2 elite blue-chip defensive talents. But if you look at what they did last year, they traded up to get Sam Darnold. They traded a ton of draft capital to move from 6 to 3. Now they're primed to maybe move from 3 down, and because they still need so much talent on the roster, accumulate as many picks as they can. So as tantalizing as a Quinnen Williams or Nick Bosa might be at 3, trade down, add talents to both sides of the ball. Cornerback's going to be a key, especially if they end up with a mid-first round pick. You could find a DeAndre Baker, maybe a Byron Murphy or a Greedy Williams there, and then continue to just add talent all over the place. Trading down's the right move for the Jets.
Fantastic. And I have to fit this in there with LeVeon Bell, in addition to announcing his signing last night. His mixtape went down last night.
Are we really talking about this? No.
What? Oh.
No.
Okay.
I don't. No. He made everybody stay up that late. I got kids. I got to go to bed. I did not stay up so he could drop his track. No.
I thought there were some good songs on there. You probably should have stayed up a little bit.
Man, his marketing is through the roof. I forgot you too.
Fantastic. Well, this has been Steve Palazzolo and Austin Gayle here with Pro Football Focus, bringing you LeVeon Bell, the Jets, and his mixtape.